Alright, I felt like preparing some more bullets this morning, so I'll just show you what I'm doing again. Got the lube in the microwave. This special formula that I made. It's actually pretty hot. See if I can get it out of there with some gloves. Got to give it a stir anyways. Alright, time to give it a stir. This was my special mixture that you saw in the other video. I just put it on the microwave on defrost for a long time, and that pretty much takes care of it, I think. For like 20 minutes on defrost. And there, some hair on there. Back in. Alright. Start. Alright, and then I've got my rubber pan and my bullets. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my newly cast bullets and I'm just going to look at them. This is my part of the operation where I just inspect them, make sure they're properly formed, and into the holder they go. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to fill up a couple of these trays and dump it into the rubber pan, and then I'll lube them up, put them in the fridge, pop them out, and then I'll show you the sizing process. Alright, so I filled up that tray, tipped it over in the pan, and that's why I like to use the tray, because it puts them in there perfectly separated. And I can put the next batch in there. And so I can get probably like 150 rounds at a time done. Alright, I poured in the lube. Just going to wait for it to harden a little bit, and I'm going to stick it in the fridge. Nice and hot. Alright, I'm down at my workbench. Got my freshly lubed bullets, and I'm going to put them through the sizer. And the reason I'm doing this is just that they are just dropping out of the mold too fat at about 454. And when I was making the bullets earlier, the factory sizing die was actually pushing them back out of the brass. So these things are just too fat, and they are going for a quick diet through the sizing die. So I'll just switch out my turret to the one that has the sizing die on it, and then we'll get going. Alright, so I'm gonna start pushing these things through. I've got my sizing die set up. Just gonna put it on top of the punch or whatever you call it. I just got it set up so it'll go into a pop bottle, since that's where I'm storing them basically, is just in pop bottles, or water bottles. Now, some of these are pretty hard to get through. I have a Lee Hardness testing kit, and for some reason my wheel weights are just coming out at 20, which according to what I read online is a little on the hard side for a wheel weight, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Just push them through, and then we'll just come out the top, fill up the pop bottle. And we'll get the calipers out, and we'll see that they are pretty much exactly 451. Oops. knock everything off the shelf of my bench. Alright. Got my calipers here. Just make sure it's zeroed out. We'll grab a couple of the ones that I just did. We'll see what they come out at here. Should be pretty much right on, theoretically. 4505. 4505, okay. That was a little thin. .451. So they either tend to come out at 4505 or 451, but I see that most of them come out at 451. Perfect.